All right. Let's do it. I got it. I put it in. Okay. So, did you hear that Ludwig is coming back to Twitch? Yes, of course. But it's not like a full-blown Twitch thing. He's just going to be able to stream on Twitch as well, I think. Or, I mean, let's see what he said. I don't know. I don't want to leak anything. That the fucking... Here, let's see. Let's see what he had to say.
Thanks. Thank you. I've gathered you all here today to talk about who's going to win amongst all the platforms. Twitch, Kick, YouTube, even Facebook. Are there any questions?
No Rumble?
No Rumble. Next.
Yeah, why would they ask him if he's going to Rumble? Oh, that's right, because he's a right-wing YouTuber, MAGA male. MAGA male much? Yeah, exactly. Everybody knows, man. Everybody knows you can't fucking hide the truth. You can't hide from the truth, and you can't hide the truth.
No
So
comment.
help you God.
You in the back.
Last week, fouled out in the second half with a field goal percentage that's 25 points below your average. Do you care to commentate on what's going on?
What? I think you're in the wrong... let's just cut to the shit. I'm going to be representing Team YouTube at the first ever Creator Dodgeball Championship.
What?
The Creator Dodgeball Championship. Clap.
This was his big announcement.
Right? Okay, you throw it to me now. Fuck. Okay, if I caught that though, my teammate would have been back in. Can we run it back? You yourself.
Yeah, I'm a part of this. Does this mean you leaked him staying with YouTube and also streaming on Twitch? I thought this was the video where he talks about that. But it turns out he just debated it for the dodgeball thing. But I think he made another YouTube video talking about how I'm going back to Twitch is the debate.
Back to streaming on Twitch. It's been a couple of years since I dropped this video where I blew up a damn car, which is how I announced that I was leaving Twitch to start streaming on YouTube, which was a big deal for me and I guess nerds who care about live streaming, because I had done some cool things on Twitch. I was the most subscribed to live streamer at one point, and I had left for a relatively unproven platform, YouTube. And I explained why in one of my first mogul mails ever, a video that kind of started this whole channel, and it basically got clipped into a bunch of dramatic YouTube shorts. I had flipped a coin, and heads was Twitch, tails was
A whole lot of MAGA male mustache hate in here. I like the mustache.
YouTube, and it had gone with heads. And the skinny of it is that I felt more appreciated by YouTube than I did by Twitch. They made me feel like a person. They made me feel seen. It felt like our goals were aligned. And
didn't make me run 3-minute ad breaks at the top of the hour, for example, which comes at the top of every hour. But of course, you can avoid those ads as long as you subscribe for $5 or for free. You know, these are differences, obviously, but who's to say? Here's the 3-minute ad break now. Fucking let's go.
Twitch, it felt like I was another cog in the machine. And it didn't hurt that YouTube was also offering me more money. But now the 2 years is up, and I'm going back to Twitch part-time. All right, let me explain, okay? When I went back to YouTube to do the re-signing, I realized that my goals are not to make the most money possible. My goals are not to get the highest average viewership possible. My goal, simply put, is to do really cool events that I think are cool and also dope, and also have them be seen by the most amount of people. The biggest cultural event possible. If I want to pour my heart into something, I want it to be seen by others. I don't even care if it makes money. Don't tell the people that offer that, but it's true. And I'm capping myself if I'm only streaming these events on YouTube or if I'm only streaming them on Twitch. It'd be a lot better if I streamed them on both. And so that was my proposal to YouTube. Now for daily streams, if I want to play Suika Game or Lethal Company or Top Frag and Valorant like I usually do, that will still happen on...
Bro, this is classic right-wing nonsense, dude. I can't believe he's fucking lying. It's like, this video should be taken down for fake news. Like, Top Frag on Valorant? What the fuck are we doing here? What the absolute fuck are we doing
on YouTube? But I am trying to do way more events. How often will these happen? Well, the goal is every couple of months. There's specifics in the contract on what an event is and what I am allowed to co-stream on both Twitch and YouTube. But the skinny is at least every 2 months, I'm hoping to do an event that'll be co-streamed on both.
Everyone remembers the last 2v2v2v Tuesday that I participated in. I had to carry his bitch ass in Valorant. I'm just saying, this is something that people need to remember. This is something that people need to remind themselves of quite regularly, because the censors at the MAGA male right-wing factory try to take this reality down. They try to fucking make people think differently, except it's the truth. I carried, he threw. It's not a problem. This is the truth. And yeah, anyway, let's move on.
All right. I'm not even totally signed up for the idea that co-streaming daily streams is good, at least for me in the position I'm in. So I'm not really interested in doing that yet. So YouTube still here. YouTube guy doing regular YouTube live streams. Events
this year,
will be on
year?
both.
No,
and you might have noticed that it won't be on twitch.tv/Ludwig. All right, that was another stipulation of the contract. It had to be a channel name that didn't make people think I was a full-time Twitch streamer. I didn't tell them I would clickbait this video, but that's why the channel name will be Mogul Moves. And you might be wondering, when is my first Twitch/YouTube stream? And it's this week. It's actually this Sunday, December 10th, around noon. I'm going to be streaming the Creator Dodgeball World Championship, which I'm really fucking excited about. It features 6 teams. Each team's a different platform, and we're going to find the best platform, at least the best platform at Dodgeball. So it'll be Team Kick with a bunch of Kick streamers, Team Twitch, Team YouTube, Team Facebook, Team Podcasts, and finally,
half of the Kick streamers are fucking banned, though. How did he find a bunch of Kick streamers that were down to play Dodgeball that are simply a part of that are not banned on Twitch at least?
6th team is Team Chess Boxing, because this also coincides with a chess boxing merch drop. Now, it's not happening this year. We already gone through that. I already made a video about that. But we still have a bunch of really cool merch that I'm very proud of that I need to sell. So we don't some of our best stuff. This is a reversible jacket. Wow, cool. Shill moment, Ludwig. Very cool. At Ludwig.gg if you want to get it. It's available right now. You can get it by Christmas. Anyway, that'll be the first day I stream. Now, you might be wondering, has YouTube worked? All right. After this year, are you going to stay with YouTube again? Are you always going to be the YouTube guy? Will you ever go back to Twitch full time? And I looked at the data a little bit, because YouTube has finally added live stream data, and I have some answers for you. Now, first off, this is my concurrent viewership and my peak viewership over the 2 years that I've been on YouTube. And you can see my average viewership is just under 17,000. My peak viewership, however, hit 300,000. I think it's technically like 320 something, but the few numbers got lost in the tabulations, but still.
Okay, here's how it works. YouTube has a much broader base, okay? YouTube is a much larger platform. So technically on YouTube, you have a way higher ceiling. You can have these massive events. You can have these massive numbers of views. You can have a major following. It's also entirely dependent on whether or not YouTube is interested in giving you that reach. YouTube, on the other hand, has terrible discovery and has no interest in actually pumping live streaming numbers. It is literally a matter of turning the dial for them. If they tweaked it even remotely, even like marginally, every single YouTube streamer could technically get hundreds of thousands of live viewers, real live viewers, as a matter of fact. However, for YouTube, live viewership is costly, and they do not believe that it's an important market for them to tackle. And they've made that clear. They've made that obvious. They tried it under the watchful eye of Fwiz, who left when he was in charge of YouTube gaming. This was like a big thing that they did. But Susan Wojcicki left, Fwiz left, and of course, I think that in the new YouTube era that we're in, they care way more about VOD, and more importantly, they care about shorts. They do not see Twitch as a competition that they care about, a market share that they want to tackle. Live streaming is not a market share they want to tackle. They want shorts. They want to tackle TikTok. And they've seen a tremendous number. They've seen a massive increase in traffic, and a massive increase in, I guess, like watch time, people staying on the platform when they moved over to shorts. And they're continuously experimenting with like shorter and shorter forms of content. That is precisely the reason why the live streaming is in the exact opposite direction, and they don't really give a shit about it. So this is why Twitch is allowed to be way more open about dual streaming, co-streaming, and they don't really give a fuck. They're like, we are the king of live streaming. If you come here, you can do your live stream here. You can do your live stream there. You can do it anywhere you want. Doesn't really matter. No more exclusive contracts. Yada, yada, yada. So that's the situation with Ludwig. That's the situation with YouTube in general. However, this average view count is probably higher for Ludwig. In the time frame where he was on YouTube for his entire duration and for his entire contract, his average live stream viewership numbers actually probably went up like a little bit, I suspect, overall. And that is because YouTube did, and still does, have the capacity to open the view count faucet. And YouTube does have a much larger audience base. So YouTube numbers are supposed to be way more inflated than Twitch numbers. But because they don't do that, it doesn't really matter.
That is the highest peak viewership I've ever had in my streaming career ever. And I think this next year we can crush it multi-streaming on both and adding them together. The average viewership is a little worse. I'll come clean. My last month on Twitch, I averaged 18,500. I think my last year on Twitch, I averaged over 20,000. So we're doing in the thousands worse. But I don't really care about that because it's not my goal. My goal isn't to be a average high viewership live stream. I realize that my shelf life is coming up. There will only be such a small period of time where I'm able to relate to people who care about watching live streams in the first place. And then someone younger and funnier and who's able to relate more will come along and beat me out. So I'm not going to play this game and cling on to life. I just want to do dope shit while I can do dope shit while people care about the dope shit that I do. Couple things, though, have gone better. All right. The peak viewership was one of them. But another thing that has done a lot better since moving over to YouTube is the views for videos. The video view app.
I think for him, he always was a live streamer that cared a lot about beefing up his YouTube. A live streamer that would make YouTube videos on his live stream. And then he did a great job with that. It worked. It worked. It paid in dividends. Not only with a fat YouTube contract, but also with like him becoming a solid YouTuber in general. So he moved in that direction a long time ago, or maybe even from the jump, and he did a really good job with it. And I think that that is also another reason why he kept pumping up his weekly subscribership numbers, his weekly video gained. Weekly video views gained, obviously, because like YouTube, he just like when he full blown invested into YouTube, then of course his YouTube exploded even further.
Average skyrocketed. I think I was averaging around 500,000 per video before, and now it is right around 1 million views per video. And you can see the weekly video views gained here. Don't take it with a grain of salt. This also includes YouTube Shorts, but I try to do it all. I tried to do it all. My goal when I went to YouTube was to try as hard as I could to be a multifaceted creator who could do live streams, who could do YouTube Shorts, and who could do regular videos and be the best YouTuber possible. And I'm going to give YouTube another year, but I will also add a caveat here. I'm a little bit concerned about YouTube. All right. YouTube guy here, I have to admit, there are some problems. And those problems in the 2 years that I've been here haven't been addressed at the speed that I or other live streamers would like. I made this list a while back, but it includes just a few of the problems that exist for live streaming on YouTube that don't necessarily exist on Twitch. One of the glaring ones, you can't even stream longer than 12 hours. If you do, the VOD disappears into the ether. I can't even watch my VODs longer than 12 hours. I have to end the stream, otherwise it is gone. That is a problem. You can't edit VODs that are over 6 hours. So if you listen to one copywritten thing and the whole VOD gets smoked, you're screwed. You can't do anything about it. These again, are huge, huge issues. And when I first went over to YouTube a couple of years ago, I made the company Truffle with the goal of combating these things, of making not just YouTube live streaming, but all live streaming a better experience. And it has worked. Truffle has been great. But I see a clear split, a clear divide.
Except everything that's on Truffle should have been embedded onto the platform. And if YouTube actually cared about making their live streaming part, making their live streaming user interface a better journey, caring about live streaming in general, they would have done that, which they didn't do. He commissioned it. He got someone on his team to make one of his like moderators, I think, is like a coder as well, to make basically like FFZ and BTTV, but for YouTube. But it didn't. It was auto, right? Yeah, automated made it. However, like I said, ultimately, if YouTube cared, they would integrate this stuff into the platform, either by purchasing it. It's a full-on company. We got investor funding. Nice. They would have, like I said, if YouTube cared about it, they would have probably purchased it and then worked very hard to integrate it onto their platform. But I don't think they give a shit about live streaming. They give a shit about shorts. They give a shit about defeating TikTok.
Divide. And I'm
What's up,
hoping
bud?
this next year.
Oh, guys, it's mogul moves. I'm with Dummy VV. What does that mean? I don't even know what you're saying.
What I fear will happen doesn't happen, because I want to keep streaming on YouTube until I eventually retire. But my concern is that YouTube doesn't care about live streaming. They care about something else that you'll probably see on the home screen if you open up YouTube right now. YouTube Shorts. Now, you get the occasional recommended live stream, or maybe it's in your subscriptions box. But for the most part, you'll get videos. And if you're on your mobile especially, you'll get a shit ton of shorts.
Yep.
And I think the reason is because YouTube is threatened by TikTok. Like, the existence of YouTube is threatened by TikTok. If you look at this, the amount of users on TikTok versus YouTube in the US, this was last year, TikTok is gaining rapidly, specifically with younger audiences. And those will be the older audience.
Dude, you will never get recommended live streaming. But it's not even that. If they like tried to fix the directory of the live streams, for example, like, or if they made it so that it was easier to access your favorite content creators when they're live, you quite literally could improve the live streaming numbers tenfold. And YouTube, unironically, as a consequence of that, because of the massive number of real viewers that would be watching your live stream, would actually get a tremendous amount of organic shifts from content creators, either dual streaming, multicasting, or straight up casting to YouTube alone. It's just, they don't care because it's not profitable. They don't care because they don't give a shit. That's it. Like, even if YouTube did not create the same level of monetization opportunities, if they just like massaged the platform a little bit, turned on the view count dial a little bit, just like Facebook did way back in the day when they moved into the video initiatives, when they like did a couple things where they made it seem like everyone was getting millions and millions of views. YouTube could, because it has real eyeballs, shift the attention away a little bit towards the live streaming side, but they don't care. They don't want to do that because, as Ludwig is correctly pointing out, they care way more about the diminishing market share on the younger audiences that they're losing out potentially to TikTok.
When time passes, as it always does. And so this has a real chance of killing YouTube as a whole, and that's something they're concerned about. What isn't a concern of theirs is the title Twitch has killed YouTube, because that'll never happen. I don't think Twitch is entering the VOD space. I don't think they're trying to compete there. I think they're just chilling in the live stream space, offering their own unique slice of content creation online.
Yeah.
And so they have almost this like handshake agreement where Twitch is the massive shareholder. They have the majority viewership for all live streaming, and YouTube has been floating around, just doing their thing. They haven't gone up too much. They haven't gone down too much. Facebook's on the down and down. Kick's nowhere to be seen. And there's no real need to rush into being a better product.
Twitch on Money Papers isn't financially positive according to AWS. Yes, except Twitch could be the most profitable platform on the planet. It's just a matter of accounting. I've said this before. Because AWS is the most costly part of live streaming, it's simply accounting that makes Twitch not profitable or profitable. I know that you can turn around and say, well, they have to adjust it off of market rates, okay? And maybe on market rates, live streaming is not profitable. Live web hosting is not profitable, certainly. That part is probably true, okay? However, Amazon owns AWS and they own Twitch, so it doesn't really matter. They don't need it to be market rate. It doesn't have to be. And it's not, by the way. It literally isn't. It's just that they say it is, and they get the CEO to make decisions as though it's not profitable because the higher ups say it's not profitable.
Than Twitch, or to beating Twitch, because Twitch will never kill YouTube, TikTok will. So let's combat that, at least what I think, based off. If that works out, we can check out the live streaming spot, maybe. That's how it feels. That's at least what I think based off some conversation with people who are at YouTube. And because of that, I'm worried that in the time that I have as a live streamer, where I have things that people want to hear, or I want to talk about, they won't be the platform that people should be on. I'm still the YouTube guy. I'm still waving my red YouTube banner. But these are my concerns. Those are my hopes. And that's why I'm now part streaming on Twitch for events specifically, which will happen every couple of months. All right. Anyway, that's all. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Not just this video, but the past couple of years and any live streams if you have. December 10th, I will see you on Twitch and YouTube and Ludwig.gg if you want to get the merch. All right. See you later. Goodbye. See you later. Goodbye. Say goodbye to Coots too, because she says goodbye as well.
I joined your fucking event server. I don't know if you're still in here, Lud. But yeah, that's the situation on hand. That's what's going on. Ironic, because TikTok is moving in the opposite direction, where they are trying to improve watch time and trying to pump out 1 minute longer than 1 minute videos on TikTok. What's the new channel? It's the same channel. He just changed the name to Mogul Moves. That's it.